Michael Jordan is more than just a basketball player. He's a cultural icon, a name that transcends sports, and a symbol of excellence. When we talk about the greatest of all time, GOAT, in any field, Jordan's name inevitably dominates the conversation. But what exactly makes him stand out? Why? Decades after his final game in the NBA, does his legacy still inspire and spark debates around the world? This video aims to delve deep into the reasons why Michael Jordan is widely regarded as the GOAT of basketball. From his unparalleled achievements on the court to his unyielding mentality, we'll explore the essence of what made Jordan not just a phenomenal athlete, but also a global phenomenon. We'll also dive into his cultural impact, his influence on generations of players, and the relentless competitive spirit that defined his career. Jordan's story is more than a tale of success. It's a blueprint for overcoming adversity. His journey from being cut from his high school basketball team to becoming a six-time NBA champion is a testament to resilience and hard work. It's a narrative that resonates far beyond the hardwood, inspiring millions to strive for greatness in their own lives. So, whether you're a lifelong fan of the Chicago Bulls, a casual basketball enthusiast, or simply someone looking for inspiration, this journey into Michael Jordan's legacy will give you a new appreciation for the man often called the greatest to ever play the game. Let's uncover why his story still matters and how it can serve as a powerful reminder that greatness is achieved through relentless effort and an unbreakable will. Michael Jordan's journey to greatness didn't start under the brightest spotlight. Born on February 17, 1963, in Brooklyn, New York, Jordan's family soon moved to Wilmington, North Carolina, where he spent most of his formative years. Growing up in a supportive but competitive household, Jordan was shaped by his parents' emphasis on discipline, hard work, and education. However, his rise to basketball stardom wasn't without its setbacks. As a sophomore in high school, Jordan was famously cut from his varsity basketball team, a story that has since become a cornerstone of his legend. While many might have seen this as a dead end, Jordan turned it into a starting point. Fueled by disappointment, he trained tirelessly, working to prove not just to others, but also to himself that he belonged on the court. By his senior year, his hard work paid off, earning him a place as a McDonald's All-American and a ticket to play college basketball at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. At UNC, Jordan continued to shine under the guidance of legendary coach Dean Smith. As a freshman, he made a name for himself on one of basketball's biggest stages, the NCAA championship game in 1982. With less than 20 seconds left, Jordan hit the game-winning jump shot against Georgetown, clinching the title for North Carolina and introducing the world to his clutch gene. Jordan later described that shot as a turning point, saying it gave him the confidence to believe he could excel under pressure. But Jordan's time in college wasn't just about big moments. It was about learning the fundamentals and perfecting his craft. Dean Smith's system taught him to be a team player, emphasizing defense, passing, and unselfishness, skills that would become hallmarks of his NBA career. As Jordan declared for the NBA draft in 1984, few could predict the seismic impact he would have on the league. Yet, his early experiences, the rejection, the grind, and the ultimate breakthrough had already laid the foundation for the relentless competitor the world would soon witness. When Michael Jordan entered the NBA as the third overall pick in the 1984 draft, selected by the Chicago Bulls, expectations were high. But even then, few could have imagined the heights he would reach. From his rookie season onward, Jordan showcased a level of skill, athleticism, and determination that would set him apart from his peers and define an era of basketball dominance. In his debut season, Jordan wasted no time making his presence felt. Averaging 28.2 points per game, he won the NBA Rookie of the Year award and quickly became a fan favorite for his electrifying style of play. His high-flying dunks, explosive speed, and unrelenting drive earned him the nickname Air Jordan. setting the stage for what would become one of the most storied careers in sports history. Jordan's true dominance became evident as the Bulls developed into championship contenders under coach Phil Jackson's triangle offense. Between 1991 and 1993, Jordan led the Bulls to their first three-peat, winning 3 consecutive NBA titles. During this stretch, he earned Finals MVP honors each time, solidifying his reputation as a player who thrived under pressure. His ability to step up in crucial moments, such as his iconic switch-hand layup against the Lakers in the 1991 Finals, cemented his legacy as a clutch performer. After a brief retirement and a stint in baseball, Jordan returned to the NBA in 1995 with his trademark competitiveness intact. What followed was another three-peat, 1996 to 1998, where Jordan, now in his 30s, proved that age was just a number. These years included some of the most memorable moments in basketball history. The flu game in the 1997 Finals, where Jordan scored 38 points despite being visibly ill, and the game-winning shot over Brian Russell in 1998, sealing his 6th championship and second three-peat. By the time he retired, for the second time in 1999, Jordan had racked up an astonishing list of accolades: 6 NBA championships, 5 league MVP awards, 10 scoring titles, and 14 All-Star selections, among others. Beyond the numbers, what truly set Jordan apart was his impact on the game itself. He elevated the standard of excellence in the NBA, turning each performance into a spectacle and inspiring a generation of players to aim higher. Jordan's dominance wasn't confined to the regular season. It was his performance in the playoffs that truly defined his greatness. With a career playoff average of 33.4 points per game, the highest in NBA history, Jordan consistently delivered when it mattered most. He had an unparalleled ability to take over games, break down defenses, and impose his will, regardless of the circumstances. Simply put, Michael Jordan's achievements in the NBA aren't just impressive. They are the benchmark by which all greatness in basketball is measured. Michael Jordan's influence extended far beyond the basketball court. He wasn't just an athlete, he became a global icon, reshaping the boundaries of sports, fashion, and popular culture. From his charismatic personality to his unmatched performance on the court, Jordan's legacy transcended the game and cemented him as a symbol of excellence and ambition. One of the most significant aspects of Jordan's cultural impact is his partnership with Nike, which gave birth to the Air Jordan brand. What started with a single sneaker design in 1984 evolved into a billion-dollar empire, revolutionizing the way athletes and brands collaborated. The Air Jordans became more than just shoes. They were a statement of style and aspiration, turning Jordan into a household name even among non-basketball fans. To this day, the Air Jordan brand remains one of the most successful and recognizable in the world. Jordan also played a pivotal role in expanding the global reach of basketball. His dominance in the NBA during the 1990s coincided with the league's growing international popularity. As the face of the Chicago Bulls and the NBA, Jordan helped transform the sport into a global phenomenon. His performances during the 1992 Barcelona Olympics as part of the legendary Dream Team further solidified basketball's place on the world stage, inspiring countless young players worldwide to pick up the game. In the entertainment world, Jordan made waves with his starring role in the 1996 film Space Jam, which blended basketball, animation, and family entertainment. The movie's success added another dimension to Jordan's brand, introducing him to a younger audience and cementing his status as a pop culture icon. Jordan's cultural impact endures because he wasn't just an athlete, he was a pioneer. He demonstrated that excellence on the court could translate into influence off it, leaving a legacy that continues to inspire and shape the world. Michael Jordan's physical gifts were extraordinary, but What truly set him apart was his mindset. His relentless drive, unshakable confidence, and refusal to accept mediocrity became the foundation of his greatness. Jordan's mental approach to the game and to life offers lessons that resonate far beyond basketball. One of the most defining aspects of Jordan's mindset was his ability to transform failures into motivation. Being cut from his high school basketball team was a pivotal moment in his life. Instead of letting it discourage him, Jordan used the experience as fuel, dedicating himself to hours of practice to ensure he would never be overlooked again. This pattern repeated throughout his career. Every setback became an opportunity to improve. Jordan's competitiveness is the stuff of legend. His former teammates and opponents often recount stories of his insatiable desire to win, whether in an NBA Finals game or a friendly round of golf. He didn't just compete, he dominated, setting an example that greatness requires total commitment. As he once famously said, "I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." Perhaps most inspiring was Jordan's ability to perform under pressure. Time and again, he delivered in clutch moments, proving his ability to thrive when the stakes were highest. From game-winning shots to playing through illness in the infamous flu game, Jordan demonstrated that mental toughness is as critical as physical preparation. His confidence wasn't arrogance. It was a deep trust in his abilities, built through tireless practice and preparation. Jordan also had an extraordinary ability to focus on the present moment. Whether in practice or during a game, he was entirely immersed in the task at hand. This mindfulness allowed him to block out distractions and perform at his peak, regardless of external pressures. Ultimately, Jordan's mindset teaches us that success isn't just about talent. It's about persistence, preparation, and the willingness to confront and overcome challenges. His story reminds us that with the right attitude and work ethic, even the most daunting obstacles can be turned into stepping stones toward greatness. The title of Greatest of All Time, GOAT in basketball, has long sparked heated debates among fans, analysts, and players. While Michael Jordan is often the default answer, other legendary figures like LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kobe Bryant have strong cases for the crown. Comparing these giants requires examining their achievements, styles of play, and influence on the game. LeBron James, often regarded as Jordan's closest rival in the GOAT debate, has redefined longevity and versatility, with more career points, rebounds, and assists than Jordan. LeBron's statistical dominance is undeniable. His ability to play and excel in multiple positions, combined with a career that has spanned 2 decades, is unprecedented. However, critics argue that LeBron lacks Jordan's killer instinct and consistency in clutch moments, especially in the NBA Finals, where he holds a 4-6 record compared to Jordan's perfect 6-0. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is another contender whose resume speaks for itself. 6 championships, 6 MVP awards, and the title of the NBA's all-time leading scorer for nearly 4 decades. Kareem's skyhook remains one of the most unstoppable moves in basketball history. Yet, his reserved personality and less marketable image didn't capture the global spotlight the way Jordan did. Kobe Bryant, often seen as the closest player in style and mentality to Jordan, also enters the conversation. His 5 championships, unmatched work ethic, and fearless approach mirror Jordan's legacy. However, while Kobe's greatness is undisputed, many view him as an extension of Jordan rather than a transcendent figure in his own right. What sets Jordan apart in these comparisons isn't just his stats or accolades. It's his ability to dominate in the biggest moments and redefine what greatness means. His perfect finals record, playoff scoring average, and global impact are unmatched. Jordan didn't just win. He did so with a flair and intensity that made him the embodiment of basketball excellence. Ultimately, the GOAT debate often boils down to personal preference. Do you value dominance, versatility, longevity, or cultural impact? While every contender has a compelling case, Jordan's unique combination of skills, mindset, and legacy makes his claim to the title the most enduring. No discussion about Michael Jordan's greatness is complete without addressing the counter-arguments that question his status as the GOAT. While his dominance is undeniable, some critics argue that Jordan's success was, in part, a product of the era in which he played. One common argument is that Jordan benefited from the physicality and slower pace of the 1980s and 1990s NBA. During this period, defensive rules allowed for hand-checking, making it harder for players to drive to the basket. Yet, the league wasn't as focused on three-point shooting as it is today. Critics suggest that this environment suited Jordan's mid-range game and one-on-one style, which might not have been as effective in the modern era, dominated by pace and space offenses and analytics-driven strategies. Another critique centers on the level of competition. While Jordan faced formidable opponents, such as the bad boy Detroit Pistons and the Utah Jazz, some argue that the overall talent pool in the league wasn't as deep as it is today. With globalization and advances in player development, the modern NBA is packed with more elite athletes, raising questions about how Jordan would fare against today's stars. Additionally, Jordan had the advantage of stability. He spent the prime of his career with a consistent core, Scottie Pippen, Phil Jackson, and a well-structured Bulls organization. This continuity allowed him to dominate in ways that players like LeBron James, who moved between teams, couldn't replicate. Finally, detractors point out that Jordan's image has been carefully curated over decades. The mythos surrounding him, amplified by marketing and media, often overshadows his flaws, such as his struggles during his early years in the league or his brief stint with the Washington Wizards. While these counter-arguments add nuance to the GOAT debate, they don't diminish the fact that Jordan's impact on the game and culture is unparalleled. Michael Jordan's legacy is more than the sum of his championships, records, and accolades. It's a blueprint for greatness that transcends basketball. His influence can be seen in how the game is played, how athletes approach their craft, and how sports are marketed globally. Even years after his retirement, Jordan remains a towering figure in the sports world and beyond. On the court, Jordan redefined what it meant to be a complete player. His dominance on both offense and defense, winning Defensive Player of the Year in 1988 while leading the league in scoring, set a new standard for versatility and excellence. His clutch performances, iconic moves, and ability to elevate his game under pressure became benchmarks for greatness, inspiring countless players to follow in his footsteps. Off the court, Jordan transformed the business of sports. His partnership with Nike didn't just create the Air Jordan brand, it changed the way athletes could build global empires. Today, players like LeBron James, Serena Williams, and Cristiano Ronaldo owe part of their success off the field to the path Jordan paved in athlete branding and marketing. Jordan's influence also extended to the globalization of basketball. As the face of the NBA during its expansion into international markets, he helped popularize the sport in countries where it was previously unknown. His role in the 1992 Dream Team not only brought home an Olympic gold medal, but also inspired a generation of international players who now thrive in the NBA. Perhaps most importantly, Jordan left a lasting psychological legacy. His relentless pursuit of perfection, his refusal to accept failure as final, and his unmatched competitiveness resonate far beyond sports. For millions, Jordan isn't just the greatest basketball player. He's a symbol of what's possible when talent meets hard work and an unbreakable will.